I'm a real player. You can put me on the roster. All about my T's, I ain't worried about the pasta. Baby, 900, take a mind on the roster. Yeah, I hate her. I just wear a fire like a turkey. Burn like a river. Scream in the rain. Addicted like the weather. Bird with my cup. Can't go without my medicine. So quick. Like a big bag of pepper. Where is my letter? All these little suckers. You know the money talk. You can ask Chris Tucker. I'm a country boy.
Welcome to the Side Action, episode 12 of season 8. My name is Jim Weglars, aka Wegs. You can follow me at Wegspool on X and on Instagram.
And I'm Coop. You can check me on Instagram at Dalton Cooper and on X at Mr. Grumpy Gills. Again, we are the Side Action Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe wherever you check us out. Make sure to follow us on TikTok too. Even though I haven't seen any new TikToks lately.
I put it up. I put last week's up.
Did I? Okay, maybe I did see that now that I think about it. So
I guess I can do something from Vegas. If I get there, we'll talk about that in a minute. Don't forget at Side Action Pod on X and at Side Action Podcast on Instagram. By the way, I was doing the little Macarena while the thing was. I know that you don't put me on there. I'm just dancing for myself over here, but
okay.
Macarena to the opening.
Right.
Why not? Why not? Right.
Why not?
So how was your weekend, sir? Did you you're not doing any Halloween stuff last weekend, did you?
No, we were supposed to hand out candy at the apartment, and none of the kids ever showed up. So all these kids that I see at the pool when I'm hanging out, apparently they don't trick or treat. I don't know. It's a big crock in my opinion. So
you should have trick or treated.
But the World Series was awesome. Yeah, we got to watch the World Series Friday night, which was sick, and Saturday night.
Yeah, that was something. I'm a little disappointed, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I think James Hedges in the third came through, as he usually does.
Nice. Always does.
Did you go to the Wolves game on Saturday then?
Yep. Yeah, it was Saturday night. Oh, yeah. They pulled it out. Kachekov was amazing. He's now up with the Hurricanes at the NHL level. I think he played the other night for them. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Petor. It's a PYOTR situation, one of those Russian Peters, you know?
It's Russian Peters. You got to watch out for those guys.
Watch out for them. They're strong.
They're strong. They're sneaky. Obviously, your Chile didn't win, but your softball team did. So.
Yeah, we had a miraculous comeback.
9-1, yeah.
I honestly, I think it's, while I was looking up the record books, I think it's the largest comeback in Chile cook-off history.
Probably 9-1.
You took the loss in that game, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, the groins took the loss for real. I am so out of shape. I did a little warm-up, and I didn't do much of a warm-up. And then when I was pitching, like just the batting practice, had some cramping in my the groinal region.
Oh, and, no.
You saw that ball go right between my legs at one point, and it was a little rough out there. But, hey, we had a chance. We lost 16-14. I kind of protest that Courtney got to hit for Nicole, but that's okay. That's a little workaround. But other than that, it was a great game.
Yeah. Well, she couldn't run, though? I don't know why she couldn't run.
Courtney couldn't run. But by nature, we split the teams up by, like, people who were...
That's just your own damn fault, because you literally could have just had you and James pick teams, but you decided to not take... I should have put you in the shed for this, because you were like, oh, let's just play rock, paper, scissors, buddy up. Like,
that was the Lundy method. This was the Lundy method.
You went with it. So you were in the talking. You were the head of the group.
I'm automatically in charge, which is annoying, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's your equipment. Let's not have somebody pick last or whatever.
That's bullshit. Wait, you get picked last. It's a chip on your shoulder. If anything, it's a reason to perform better. There's nothing wrong with getting picked last. There's plenty of people get picked last in your fantasy drafts and end up sometimes being your best players, Like guys who up the waiver wire.
I gave in to Lundy, okay? It's my mistake.
Yeah. Well, don't. That's bullshit. It's your equipment. I don't want to hear that. It is your equipment.
Okay.
All of your balls. No, you fucking pick teams. This is ridiculous. That was my biggest takeaway on Sunday. It was like, you got alphaed by I guess the whole group, but I guess you're going to blame Mike Lundy.
I'm not blaming it. It was his idea. I was like, okay, fine. You guys want to pick teams, it's fine. And then
So whose idea? Who's soft where we can't have a person pick last? Who was that?
I don't know. Lundy was the one who suggested it. I'm not just putting it on him, but he was like, let's not pick teams. Then somebody has to be picked last. I'm like, well, how are we going to do it then? And then it's like, we'll just have two people with equal skill, and then you do rock, paper, scissors, the winner's over here, loser's over there. I'm like, okay. Like, it got a little confusing, right? And then it was like,
no, should have picked captains. That way captains could assign positions. Because Pacheco was on the team telling people where to go. I was trying to figure out where we were going. Like, I didn't know.
Next year we'll fix it, Coop.
Yeah.
You can be a captain, and somebody else can be. Mitch can be a captain.
I don't want to be a captain. I don't want to be a. I just. We need a captain. We need a captain.
I'm naturally the captain of my team, which is like, fine. I get it. I'm a leader.
Like the two old guys, you and Pacheco. Like that was perfect. That would have been perfect.
It would have been just fine. I know it would have been fine.
So. But yeah, that was my biggest takeaway leaving Sunday. Was like, how the fuck did we just pick these teams? Like, this is insane. Like, we are a bunch of adults. Like, the youngest person here is like 30 years old. We can't just line up and pick teams anymore. Like, what are we doing?
My thing is that in the end, it's like, okay, you pick teams, and we're all competitive people. It's not like we're a bunch of non-competitive people. But there you go. Good call. Next year will be teams, and I'll make sure that Courtney's not on the field.
If anything, make Caesar be a captain. Make Caesar and Steph pick the teams, and if they want to be the
play. We had to pull him out. We have so many injuries in the squad.
That's perfectly fine. If he's going to be in charge, though,
Dickey plays one inning for us, then he disappears. Then Paul pulls a hamstring. Then it's like, what the hell's going on out here? We get Caesar. It's fine. Caesar got to first with his banana hat, so it's fine.
Yeah. And Paul had the best hit that I've ever seen him have. It would have been a nice time for him to do that in the summer when he was a free swinger. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but
maybe you could have done anything except strike out in the semifinals, so we could have won the title. But anyway, what else? What's the retirement reference? I don't know what that's for.
I think I'm gonna retire from bowling. I think I'm done.
What?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
It's early in the season.
Game's gone. The game's gone.
You turned 30 and that's it?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time to work on something else. Take it out to pasture. Take me behind the barn. Wherever you want to take me.
I mean, you're still bowling like 190 or something. You're just not bowling.
Yeah, but it's not good enough, Legsy. The standard has been set so high, and I can't unset it because I know I've been there. You have to start
watching some bowling.
No, I just got to practice more. No, some Kingpin. Okay. Yeah, right? I'm going to buy a pin on Amazon. I'm going to put it in my room. I'm just going to stare at it just to create all-time beef. Yeah.
Maybe you need like a rubber hand or something. I don't know.
I'm getting Munson. Yeah.
Or an Amish hat. Maybe that'll get you going. Maybe you need to drink some White Russians.
Maybe, some car bombs. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. This is my tariff right now, honestly.
You guys aren't doing so good then, or not like
well, we finished. We bowled for like the end of the night or like for the first quarter or whatever on Tuesday. Yeah. There's thirds, so it was our first third, and we were bowling for first, and I just didn't bowl well, and yeah, I mean you could probably put it on. I would say if there was like a pie chart of whose fault it was, I'm probably like 75% of that pie chart. Caesar's probably like 20% of that pie chart, and Jordan's probably like 10% of that pie chart.
And Irv's fine. Irv's good.
Yeah, Irv shot 240 the second game. He had like his highest game ever. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, hey, if I'm not going to retire from softball, letting a little dribbler between my legs and having a bad throw to first, you can't retire from bowling. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, yeah, I got a little bit of a rant. Should have put him in the shed. We're really starting off on intros a lot. That's great. Saturday, as I may have told you, Lee Fan, Lieutenant Kaz, great guy, sort of. Don't let him ever invite you to something because dude showed up over 3 hours late to the pub crawl, his own pub crawl that he invited us to. It's not he wasn't the host, but he's been talking about this for weeks. We finally get it together. He messaged me like an hour before actually showing up saying, "Oh, I'm going to be late." I'm like, "That's fine. Text me when you're on your way." And obviously, I took my friend. I had another friend meet us. The three of us, at least, we had a little grouping. It wasn't me by myself, but the dude, he's like, "I'll be there around 9." He showed up at like 10:20. 10:20, like 3 hours and 20 minutes late. Like, I mean, what's the point? And then they showed up, and then he's there for like an hour and a half. He's like, "Hey, dude, I gotta get up early. I'm leaving." He brought Jackie. I'm like, "Why did you guys even show up?" Like, I mean, I thought it was questionable to go to a pub crawl November 1st anyway. That was highly questionable. That's after Halloween. And guess what? Instinct was correct. Don't go out. I mean, you could go on the 1st of November. It's fine. Halloween's
All
over.
Saints Day, yeah. All this everybody that celebrates that.
Walking around. I will tell you, maybe part of the reason why my groins were so sore, I was doing the percolator a little bit at one point and got a little. Had a couple other moves at the dance club. Couldn't keep up with those people who were gyrating on the floor like I was trying to do. But besides that, it was fine. It was fine. I did like
this. That percolator will get you every time.
Oh my God! I was like, I think I gotta rethink that. Maybe there's a warm up to the percolator because I was breathing pretty heavy there. Nobody. I was like, let me just check this heart rate. Oops.
Blood pressure. Yeah, blood pressure's a little high right now. I gotta calm down.
We know that I should be in the shed, and we know we should be in the shed. But who are we putting in the shed this week officially?
Well, I'm jumping on the McAfee bandwagon because I'm putting Disney and YouTube TV in the bed. Yeah. I couldn't even fucking watch Monday Night Football, Wegsy. Like, I guess I could have gone somewhere to watch it, but like it was before 1K pick of the week, and I couldn't even tell you when it hit. I had to wake up Tuesday morning. Yeah.
Garbage.
We just want to watch sports. So everybody that's like these like group of people that are just arguing over billions of dollars or like fractions of billion, like fuck off. We just want to watch the game.
Right.
Sincerely, sports fans. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to order your pizza for $40 because it's an inflation, but you guys can't figure out $1 billion contract that everybody.
Right. You guys are already billionaires. What are we arguing about? And then also in the shed, me and you both. I'm sorry that I did this to us. I will take responsibility because I kind of, brought this idea to us. But the Miami Hurricanes, they are the same old Canes. They can't win in November. They take their second ACC loss, their second loss of the season, which we'll talk about. But Mario Cristobal is 4-11 in November and December games in his career, and that includes 6 losses as a double-digit favorite, which is the most in the country in that span. So I should have known better, and I'm sorry. I've been a bad friend.
No, it's not you. It's Cristobal and the Canes. Like, come on, you guys were like world beaters. We were like at the end of September, we were already crowning you, and now you just can't get it done. I mean, it's sad. It's a sad moment when you know your Canes were good, but they were not good enough. So it's okay.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, at least you're not Dan Quinn. I mean, Dan Quinn's good for me. You're down 31-7. You got a franchise quarterback playing, just coming back from injury. Oh, let's keep him in there late in the 4th. Let's see him dislocate his elbow. Horrible play, by the way.
Gruesome video, yeah.
It's like, obviously you probably did see that one because that was Sunday Night Football, but I was like, I didn't catch the play live. I don't know, I saw it on X or something, and I was like, oh God, like get this.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I saw it online. I was like, oh God, I missed it twice. I was like, what happened?
It's his non-throwing elbow, so maybe he'll be okay. But I will tell you that, look, Quinn, I get it. You guys were good last year. You caught lightning in a bottle. I wanted you to make playoffs again. I know I was a little skeptical of the season, like preseason, and should have stuck with that feeling. The defense sucks. It's nothing about Daniels, but Dan, you got to think about protecting the assets on the field. And, he's going to be gone for the rest of the year. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And then for me, it's more inconsistent officiating. This is kind of a very particular call, and this is all season long. But
I was like, somebody had Houston in this game.
Obviously. But even beyond that, I just think C.J. Stroud, I thought he was at a caliber where we can get a call. It was kind of, he's doing the slide, and I know the guy, it's very hard to stop midway and everything, but he got jacked. He got jacked. And isn't that a penalty? Last year when they did it to, Trevor Lawrence, who obviously he got knocked out pretty good, and maybe it's a little payback to the coach. D'Amico Ryans didn't think that was a penalty last year when they called it on Lawrence, but you got to be consistent. And I mean, to me, it's like, if that was Mahomes or, Josh Allen, even though Josh Allen's a mountain of a man, they'd call that penalty every time. You got to call it. You got oh boy.
Yeah, there it is. I didn't see it.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be okay. Concussion protocol is going to be out this week. Davis Mills, the third. Is he the third or the second? Doesn't really matter. He's Davis Mills. He's midway. I know that he's what the quarterback's doing there. He's not doing the pop-up fake slide. But anyway. Well, let's go positive. We go negative. I hate going negative first, but we always do. It's fine. Club dub. I'm going to go.
Would you rather say that?
I was not rooting for the Dodgers. In fact, we were at the bar in the pub crawl watching the 11th inning and all that stuff. But it's Miguel Rojas, man. This journeyman dude. He didn't win the MVP, but the last two games made huge plays. They had the double play. He doubled up the guy a second, then he made that ground ball play. Now, I don't know about, I'll get your take in a minute, but he hit the game-tying home run in Game 7, and that's kind of important, right? The ninth inning. But do you think the guy was safe at home, or he was out?
No, I think he was out. I think he was talking about having a secondary lead, right, or not getting doubled off in that situation. I don't know. It's a left-handed hitter. I just feel like the chances of that happening are very slim. So,
right.
Yeah, I didn't agree with it. I felt like he should have had a better secondary lead.
Yeah, but anyway, Rojas makes the play. The infield's in, makes the play, kind of back, and makes a throw a little bit off the plate, but he got there. Hey, club dub, baby. Nobody's going to give you the guys on the team are going to give you the kudos, but Yamamoto deserved it, and he was great. But Rojas played so well in clutch situations all weekend.
Oh yeah.
And then we've talked to him last year. Remember how he was always in club dub last year. Sammy Darnold,
yeah.
Side Action's favorite ginger. He's back in. This dude, 4 touchdowns against Washington on that same game. His QBR is 77.9, number 1.
Yeah,
in the NFL.
Best in the league. He's killing it.
Whether he can do that in a playoff game under pressure, no idea. But for right now, Sam Darnold is your leading QBR guy. Get in there. You know where to go. I mean, Art Murphy probably left you a couple bottles from last weekend.
Yeah.
What about yourself? What do you get in there?
Well, first we're going Cam Little. He set the NFL record for longest field goal in NFL regulation, 68-yarder. So that was pretty cool against the Raiders, which we'll talk about. 72 holes is also in Club Dub because I don't know if you saw this or not, but Live Golf is announcing they're going to move to a 72-hole format.
Going into this 64 before? What was it? Okay.
Yeah. Which, if you think about it, Live is the Roman numeral for 54, so I don't know if they're going to change Live Golf or not. It's going to be Lexi or something like that. And then for the last Club Dub, we have Madness. Madness is in Club Dub because college hoops, your favorite sports.
That's right.
Back. We're back. We started heavy on Monday. So Koa Pete was huge for Arizona. They beat Florida, so that was a pretty good game to start the season off with. So, yeah, we're back. College basketball season's here.
It is back. I already made a bet today. I bet because people are pumping it up. I made a bet on University of Indiana, Indianapolis, formerly IUPUI. They have a team that averages like 100 points a game. They run and gun. They press the whole, the length of the floor. And they just let you score, too. So it's kind of like Loyola Marymount 2.0. So I'm excited. I went on the over, 185.5 over.
Oh, wow.
I should have gotten earlier in the day when people were talking about it. And then I was going to say about the Cam Little thing. Apparently all you do is get to about the 40-yard line. Yeah, no problem. 40, 40.
Trevor Lawrence can do that, right?
Damn, it's crazy how those guys can kick. All right, college football. We talked about this already. SMU took out Miami in overtime, and they just, SMU just wouldn't give up. They kept stuck at it, and then they hit the big field goal to force OT, and then they intercepted the Canes in OT, and so they covered the 8.5 easily on that one. How about Texas? We talked about this last week. It might be tough, but they were blowing them out. 34-10, and let them score 21 points to get the backdoor cover in that one. Ouch.
Yeah, they fucked me. Yeah.
They knew
I was cruising in that game, literally cruising.
34-10, And then the Sooners, we were wrong, dude. I guess whatever they hurt us. Thank you for listening, Mateer, because we thought you were garbage. Not that he was that great, but they did force 3 turnovers in this win of the Vols, and they win on the road. A big win, 33-27. They cover the 2.5 easily, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And then, of course, the rocking chair. You knew this was going to happen. I mean, Utah, just book it. 45-14, man. They covered and they hit the over almost on their own.
Yeah, they play at night, baby. You can't just bet them at night. That's all I got to say.
That's right. So, I forgot to put any games in because obviously I was too busy doing nothing. So you got to preview the games, the big games. I didn't even do that. What an idiot.
That's okay. I'll give you my picks, and you can fade them all this week. So I'm taking Oregon -6.5 at Iowa. It's probably Iowa's season, to be honest, is this game.
Right.
We're going to take Vanderbilt. They're -6.5, and they're playing host to Auburn. So Auburn is going to Vandy. I'm going to take Vandy in that game. Florida is -3.5 at Kentucky. So I hope DJ Lagway can show up. He's got 10 touchdowns and 9 interceptions on the year. So hopefully it ends hopefully he leaves UK or Kroger Field with a plus differential like he does going in.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Indiana -14.5 at Penn State.
Penn State, they're done, of course.
Yeah. I think Indiana being ranked number 2 was like the best thing that could ever happen to them because I think Cignetti could just burn in their head that they're not as good as Ohio State.
You're not number 1.
Yeah, exactly. So he can kind of stepchild them if anything. And I'm taking Washington -10.5 at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's really bad. I think they're just mailing it in. It's only a matter of time until they blow it all up.
Yeah,
Washington's been frisky. They beat a ranked team a couple weeks ago at home, and I cannot remember who it was.
Washington? Yeah, they're frisky.
Maybe. Yeah, they're frisky.
At home?
Yeah, they played a ranked team. That's who it was. They beat Illinois. Yep, they beat Illinois a couple weeks at home. They're pretty frisky, so I like the Huskies here.
Great. Well, a couple of games I should have highlighted and didn't. You talked about Oregon, Iowa. Thank you. What about BYU going to Texas Tech? Texas Tech is actually a 10.5-point favorite in this game. This is at 11 a.m. 52.5-point total. So BYU is still undefeated. Only them and Ohio State now. Everybody loves Texas Tech in this game, including a coworker of mine who went to BYU. He was wearing a sweatshirt the other day. He's we're going to lose to Texas Tech. I'm like, all right, well, I think BYU has a chance. 10.5 is a pretty big number.
No. I mean, every time I say no, the other fucking team wins. So go bet BYU right now. They got a freshman quarterback. I just don't know if a true freshman quarterback is going to handle this situation. Bear Bachmeier, great name.
Bachmeier,
he has to play quarterback at BYU, nowhere else. But yeah, I like Texas Tech too. I think they got their shock to the system a couple weeks ago, and they're focused now. They're like a $20 million roster too. So I mean, they got dudes.
The only other game that's kind of a matchup of top 25 teams is one of our other teams that we'll probably put the hex on. Oh, they're undefeated too. Texas A&M. They're 8-0. They're playing at Missouri.
Yeah, Indiana's undefeated too, by the way.
Okay, sorry. There's more than one. My bad. So you've got A&M is a 7-point favorite on the road, 48.5-point total. Does Missouri have any shot against this juggernaut, A&M?
Yeah, I think Mizzou can punch. I don't know if it's how long it's going to last. I'd maybe go like Mizzou first half.
Yeah.
But I think eventually I just think eventually the line play takes over for Texas A&M. Texas A&M is, I think the only team that can handle Texas A&M offensive line is Texas's defensive line. So, and they play the last week of the season. So Texas is going to play Georgia and Texas A&M in 2 of their 3 last games, which is basically going to be Texas' season, which is going to be fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's going to work itself out. Indiana's going to play Ohio State, right? If BYU loses it to Tech, then there's probably going to be only one undefeated team. But
do you think it's more fascinating that Miami is not in the playoff, but Notre Dame is in the playoff, even though Miami beat Notre Dame earlier this season?
I think they're 10 spots lower.
They both have 2 losses. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
The losses don't. It doesn't matter when they happen. They have the same weight. Coop, you know that.
It makes no sense. It'd be different if those 2 teams didn't literally play each other on Labor Day. Like,
I know. I agree with you.
Apparently those don't matter. The head-to-head doesn't matter.
Head-to-head doesn't matter. And but in Notre Dame's defense, the other loss was A&M, right? So they do have 2, we'll call them quality losses. I'm not saying SMU isn't bad, but Miami they screwed it. Was it Louisville the other time they lost?
Friday night,
What are you going to do? Louisville's still ranked. Okay, so Oregon, all the favorites, Oregon, Vandy, Florida, Indiana, and Washington.
Well, I did go all favorites, yeah.
That's okay. You're making a comeback. All right, week 9 in the NFL. Let's see. The dogs. This was a dog week. Finally, the week I didn't pick dogs. But, hey, 9-5 this week. And I'll throw out a couple stats here. So we've had 60 dogs cover this year on the season. not that high of a percentage, but 40 of them have won outright. So that's almost 30% of the games that have been played, the dog has won outright. So that's the basic rules we always say. You like a dog, you better expect them to win, because it's 66% of the time they're gonna, if they cover the spread, they're gonna win the game outright. So there you go. And then still the spread between 2 and 4 is kind of that golden range, which is still at 64.41%, even though your Arizona squad was in that little, I think it was 3.5. It was like 3.5, I think, at the close. So that way to beat the system on that one.
Yeah, 401k, baby. I hope you cashed it.
Yeah, 403b rolled over from your IRA.
Nice.
Okay, so the top teams against the spread, we didn't cover this last week. Not that surprising. The Rams are 75%, 6-2. The Seahawks as well at 6-2. You got the Colts at 6-3. That's 66%. And Carolina.
Huh?
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
5-4 in the season with 6-3 against the spread, baby. And then the worst teams, maybe not surprising as well. The Saints, they're the worst, 2-7, 22.2%. The Titans, 3-6. The Bengals, 3-6. They kind of probably should have covered the other day. And then Washington at 3-6, which, look, Cincinnati and Washington's all expectations. And if you saw the list last week, it was like the Ravens and a lot of these underperforming teams are the worst teams against the spread besides the dregs of the league. Any surprises there?
No, just the Panthers. I mean, we did tell you in the first episode of the season that when, Ohio State wins a national championship and J-Lo gets married in the offseason, that next year the Panthers do go to the Super Bowl. It's happened twice. So
it's going to happen again.
It'll happen again. Can you imagine? Rico Dowdle running all the way to the Super Bowl.
He might. Well, we just mentioned the Cincinnati Bears game, which I actually didn't get to see it in the highlights till I got home. You guys were on the sideline at the softball game, like watching it live, I think. Were you watching on your phone or somebody?
Yeah, Linnea had it on her phone, yeah.
Yeah, so down, up 41-27 under 5 minutes. I mean, the game's basically over, it's a crazy wild game. Flacco, man. Flacco can't be stopped. Gets a touchdown. They get the onside kick, which now the percentage of the onside kick is, like 4% or something like that. And then they take the lead. But no, never fear. Just hit Colston Loveland over the middle, and he, one hit, does a spin, takes it to the house, win the game, 47-42, never a doubt.
That's a dart that he threw to him, too. If you're looking for, the angle from, the backside, the safety angle, oh, man, it was a sick throw. Yeah.
And Loveland had 2 touchdowns in the game. I mean, obviously, hey.
Yeah, they finally used somebody, yeah.
They discovered him again. It was kind of a shocking one. These are the shocking games. The Vikings over the Lions. I was surprised in this one. This was one of our picks and side action. So, J.J. McCarthy, obviously gave them a little bit of juice. I don't think it was his play, but their defense played so well. They stuffed the Lions, 65 rushing yards in the game. I mean, he didn't make too many mistakes, I guess. He had 1 interception, but 2 touchdowns. That's J.J. McCarthy. And they won 27-24. I mean, stunner. We had talked about how the Lions kind of own them for the last few matchups, and this was the opposite of that.
Yeah. Can you believe that in the 2 wins that J.J. McCarthy has, he has the exact same stat line? He's got 143 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception in his win against the Bears and his win against the Lions. It's the exact same stat line.
He has to match that stat line every time.
It's insane.
I'm about to pass for 142 yards. Can you get 1 more yard? And then he's like, I'm not throwing anymore.
It's insane. Yeah, a lot of A-gap pressure, though. The Vikings were able to get pressure up the middle. They made Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he had 16 such situations where he was pass blocking and he was not very good, and he was halftime he got beat, halftime he won. So that might be a little recipe that teams start keening on the Lions, start getting that pressure up the middle.
People always mimic things that work like that.
Yeah.
And then the Steelers, I mean, they finally stopped the Colts train and made Daniel Jones again. Dude had 5 turnovers in the game, dude. 4 interceptions and a fumble. I think what they said, and here's the funny thing about it, Steelers only had 225 yards of offense in this goddamn game, and they won 27-20. So as bad as the Colts were, they still were within a score. Still maybe a decent team, but if it's about game script with them, if they're ahead of the game and if they're ahead, fine. If they're losing and they got to rely on Daniel Jones chucking, obviously not a good thing because Steelers still aren't a very great defense.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor got stuffed in this game was my big takeaway. The Steelers shut down the run finally.
Hey, it's what you got to do. The Pats, they squeaked past Atlanta. I was hoping this would be a win outright, but I'll take the cover. This was a game where they were up a little bit. Atlanta made a run. Obviously, Penix finally played good outdoors and on the road. And
Drake London. Yeah, Drake London was a beast.
But guess what? The kicker still missed the goddamn extra point to tell the game. I mean, like, what the hell?
They're cursed. Falcons kickers are cursed. It's insane.
Younghoe Koo, he was the guy, and then it just fell off. Nobody can do anything. And then the Bills passed the Chiefs. It's like regular season. I should have stuck to. Actually, I went back to my article this week. I'm like, oh yeah, I did pick the Bills to win this stupid game. I'm like, they always win this goddamn regular season matchup. I thought the Chiefs were better. Why didn't they run the ball in this game? I mean, there were 3 of 13 on third down. It seemed like every time when I was watching the game, the second half when I got home, it was just they're passing at will, and they were sacking Mahomes. He was under pressure. I'm like, what happened to the run game?
They can't run. They can't run the football. So, which is crazy because people tell me that their offensive line is better. So,
you even had a Joey Bosa sign. I mean, my God, Joey Bosa sighting. He was actually playing good in this game. He wasn't just collecting a paycheck.
Just means more.
And then your squad, the Cards. Hey, your handicap worked, even though it didn't. Did you see they put Kyler Murray on the IR? They're like, don't worry, Kyler, just take
soft benching. Yeah.
I mean, Brissett is just you know what he's doing? He's getting the ball to Harrison. How many times did they run the comeback against the Cowboys? It was like, 18-yard comeback, 18-yard comeback, 3rd and 17, no problem, 18-yard comeback, and then they hit the tight end too.
Couldn't tell you. Could not watch a single second.
They said the guy from Colorado. I'm like, he's from Colorado State. God damn it. Anyway, they won 27-17. The real story was the Cards just kind of stopped the offense for Dallas. They played really good against the outside receivers.
Yep, couldn't tell you. Didn't get to watch any of it.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Rubbing it in.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to watch it.
You got the pick. You went 4-1. You had a good week.
Yeah. Didn't even have to watch it.
All right. This week's lines, you've got Bengals, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Titans off, which means probably a lot of your fantasy productions on the bench this week. Tonight, you've got Raiders at the Broncos, and we didn't talk about that. The Raiders did cover. They went for 2 in overtime and got stuffed. Sorry, but they covered. So the Broncos are 8.5-point favorites at home in the contest. 43.5-point total, 7-15 tonight. I think they're up to 9 points though in the market. Let me check that out just to make sure.
It should be. It should be like 14. Yeah.
It's 9.5, and I think it's not. I think it's too late. They already put it in. This is the survivor pick for Alan Art. So let's go Broncos. I don't see it. I don't see them losing this game. You never know. I heard some crazy stat that teams that are 8.5-point favorites at home on Thursday night are like 32-3, and I'm like, yeah, but weren't the Rams 8.5-point favorites earlier this year? So I don't know. I don't love the spread in this one, even though they should beat them down.
Yeah, well, the Raiders played a whole extra quarter of football last week too, and they're on a short week. So yeah, I think it just feels right for the Broncos to hammer here. Like this should be an easy win. This should be 21.
Doesn't turn the ball over this team.
Does Aiden O'Connell play in this game? That'd be my question. Do we see an AOC spotting? Because he's back at practice.
Was he back at practice? He was listed in injury. Okay, so he's back at practice. At some point you got to bench Geno Smith. He played pretty good last week, but
over under 2 on the quarters that Geno Smith plays.
Well, Brock Bowers coming back maybe made an impact. Maybe three touchdowns.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
You think the Broncos might take him away tonight? Maybe. So.
No Jacoby Myers either. He got traded.
He did. He went to the Jags, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then we go to Berlin. I think it's the first time they've played in Berlin. Falcons versus the Colts. Colts are 6.5-point favorites, 48.5-point total, 8:30 in the morning at Central. That'll be 6:30 in the morning. I won't be watching that too often in Vegas. So
if you're there.
What's that?
If you're there.
Yeah, that's right. If the I guess we'll get on that. Yes, I'm supposed to be in Vegas this weekend. Jumping ahead, United messaged me today. Yeah, sorry, we're not sure if you're going to fly there tomorrow. We'll let you know later. I'm like, okay, you mean within 24 hours of my hotel reservation? Thanks.
Nice. Get your ass in the bed. Yeah.
Whatever, dude. I don't know. The Falcons, I mean, they played good last week. Can they play good again? Did the Colts just show the way you can beat them? I don't know. I think the Falcons have a good defense to play explosive plays like the Colts like to do, but I'm not sure if they can stop the run. So it's a pass for me.
Part of me wants to take the Falcons just because I think they're going to be – but my argument would tell me to take the Colts because it feels like the Falcons are going to be overvalued in this game.
Yeah, they played one of their better games last week, which means they probably suck this week. They haven't put too good
Right.
games.
And it's not out – and they're playing outdoors, I assume, in Berlin. So maybe that's all the reason why to take the Colts. What happened to the Falcons being able to run the football? Like, I thought that was like a given like every week. Do they just forgot how to run the football?
Do they forget they have like the most dynamic player on the field in Bijan Robinson?
It started against Miami, who was like the third worst rush defense in the whole league. Like, I don't understand. The Dolphins broke the Falcons. Can we start that storyline? Maybe that's something to talk about.
They may have. I don't know.
The Saints should hire Mike McDaniel just to put it to the Falcons.
I'd like that. I'd like to see that. Yeah, that's why it's a stay away. I do think the Colts probably bounce back, and then they do their bye after this, and then their schedule gets a little tougher. So,
yeah,
I don't know. Whatever, man. You can bet it if you want.
Hammer the Colts, yeah.
Yeah, hammer the Colts, right. Okay, Browns at the Jets.
Hell yeah. The XFL game of the week.
The Jets sold off their team. No more Sauce. No more Quinn Williams. Who else did they lose? Did they lose somebody else?
No, that's it. But they did get Adonai Mitchell or whatever his name is.
Oh, sure. He could fumble.
Yeah, he's a perfect Jet.
So the Jets were a 1.5-point favorite, I think, and then it flipped over to the Browns being a 2.5-point favorite. I do like Cleveland in the game. I just don't know if they should be favored by that much. But if you're sneaky and want to try to go contrary in your survivor pools, go ahead. Go for the Browns and see what happens.
Yeah.
The Jets are probably mailing it in.
I just like the under in this game. That's all I like.
37.5.
Everything else, I have no idea.
Yeah, I agree. That one's at noon Central. We've got the Saints at the Panthers. Panthers are now a 5.5-point favorite at home, 39.5-point total. Get the ball to our guy. Oh, you're going for the Saints.
Oh, yeah. You like the Falcons? You like the Panthers? Yeah. How can you when everybody and their brother is on the Panthers? Doesn't that make you a little nervous?
Nope. They're at home. Panthers are home. Are a good football team. They've only lost to the Bills this season. Did you see Tyler Shuck on the road? Did you think he's going to play better this week?
I got two words for you. To that argument. Taysom Hill.
Oh, okay. He's going to play quarterback and running back?
Yep.
They also
got the Taysom Hill week.
The Saints got rid of what's his name, the deep threat.
Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed. So
yeah, easy enough for you to say.
It's a big number for a division game, but
take the Saints. Do it right now. Do it right now.
No.
Just bet it. It's not hard, James. It's not just push bet.
You can't do it.
You pay 50 cents on top of it and you hit bet. Like, what are we talking about here? You cannot take the Panthers. You cannot feel good about taking the Panthers.
I feel great about it.
You are crazy.
It's actually right where I put the number, to be honest with you. There's no value per se, but I put it at 5.5. Look at this. Jimmy Wegg's number, 5.5. I think the Saints are done now. What do you want me to say? Tyler Shuck? It's not going to happen. He's going to get a win at home. They're going to go home and play better something against somebody, but not this one. Sorry, dude. I get it. I understand. Value is high on the Panthers. I understand your comment. But you would say that the Saints are going to win the game?
I would take the points. I don't know if the Saints are going to win the game, but I think I would take the points.
They're going to be in that narrow 15% band of games that they're going to cover the spread, but not win the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They're one of my top 5. Sorry. Giants at the Bears. I improved your number here. The Bears are a 3.5-point favorite. Wait, is that right? No, that's wrong. 4.5.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting more nervous about this game as I'm learning more about it.
Yeah, they're a 4.5-point favorite in the contest, 46.5-point total. I'm not sure why it keeps going up. I do think that they're the better football team. When they were in that magic range, I was all over this game, 3.5. I still have them on the card, but a little more sweaty about it. Look, Jackson Dart's fine. Tight end's okay. The defensive line can rush the passer. They can't stop the run. Can we give the ball to Kyle Monangai another 15, 20 times like we did last week and he got 176 yards? I would love to see that again.
Yeah, that's the only reason why it makes me nervous is because He's on the injury report this week, and then so is DeAndre Swift. So, yeah, they have this horrible rush defense, but are we going to be able to take advantage of it? So I'm getting a little more nervous about this number, I'll be honest.
Okay. So we'll see if it was your first pick.
And, and it's going to snow. There's supposed to be snow in the forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be sleet. It's a little sloppy. So what? Can Jackson Dart play in the slop?
I don't know. Caleb Williams, isn't he from California?
No, of course he is. Yeah.
So,
yeah, he doesn't wear gloves, you know. He just got the bare hands. I give him credit for that.
The bare hands. Well said.
All right, Jags at Texans. The Texans were, I think they were 1.5 point favorite at home, 37.5 point total. Now they're the dog.
Oh, he's from Washington, D.C., by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I heard that. Texans now are a dog at home, 1.5 points, with C.J. Stroud being ruled out. I don't know. They also traded a pass rusher, the Texans, I think, which, they have plenty of them already. Do you trust the Jags to lay the points at Houston? I don't. No way. No chance.
Yep.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go head-to-head on this one. I know my love for Houston is never ending, but I think the Jags, they don't have any receivers. You got Jacoby Myers. He's great. Whatever. I don't know. I just think they're going to beat up the Trevor. I hope he cuts his hair.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. The defense still is playing great. You think they're just going to give up one of these games? They played great last week. They're 15-7. Just score one touchdown. You're at the one multiple times. Just score one and you win the game. 18-15. You can't win with field goals, baby. 5 field goals. Good God.
Sound like somebody who had Houston.
I did. I'll take them again this week, though. They're getting points at home. Give it to me. Their offense sucks, obviously. Davis Mills sucks. But
yeah, you can have it. Go ahead. Enjoy it.
It's going to be another teams game. 17-13, 17-15. As long as they're within the spread, I don't care. I think they're still going to win the game. Bills at the Fins. Can I introduce you to Bills at Fins? No? Bills 9.5 point favorites, 50 point total.
James Cook, anytime rushing touchdown. That's what I would bet on. Yeah.
Definitely the highly favored one there. But they're not on your list, so I don't offer that much.
Weird things happen in Miami.
Well, what do you mean? The Bills almost always cover against Miami, except this year at home, and they should have.
Yeah, they played Thursday night, a weird game, didn't they?
Yeah. So you think the Fins? I mean, they fired their GM, which they should have.
Thank God. Yeah.
Don't ask me why. They shipped
I do. That makes sense, actually.
Jalen Phillips is not in the squad anymore.
Yeah.
Defense was already bad.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Bills.
Yeah.
I
mean, you could. Yeah, and no Tyreek Hill anymore. He had a touchdown the first game, so I don't know. I just feel like HN can maybe break a run or two and keep the game kind of close. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is right on. This feels like the perfect number, the 9.5, because the first game was 10, right? And the Dolphins had a chance to win that game until Tua throws an interception in the fourth quarter. So yeah, I think the number's right here.
Yeah, it's a good number. All right, Ravens at Vikings. The Ravens getting a lot of love, and then the number came down. It was like 4.5. Now it's 3.5 on the road at the Vikings. 49.5 point total. You love them, huh?
Oh, there's no other pick. This is the 401k pick of the week.
Oh man, you're gonna do it again, huh?
Yeah. 100%. This is the 401k pick of the week.
It's because Lamar against the NFC. That's the angle. Bless you.
Well, yeah. I mean, Lamar versus NFC. The Ravens have to win this game.
They have to win every game, dude. They
the urgency is just so much high. I feel like the Vikings just bought themselves a week by beating the Lions. That's really all they did. So
I want it to happen. I want the Vikings to lose all the rest of their games so I can get paid out 4 different games. But
me and you both.
Look, the defense in theory.
Are you thinking about this? This is the easiest game of the week.
Not easy. No.
Oh, this is. You're way too overrated.
Why did the number drop, Coop?
Because people are dumb. They want you to they want a better number. They're probably betting on the Vikings. That way they can put a bigger number on the Ravens because they want a better number.
Okay.
They're doing your whole James Hedrington III situation.
In one game, huh?
Yeah.
I only do that in game if I'm seeing a better number. I hear what you're saying. Let's see it. If they blow them out this week, I'll feel a lot better.
They're going to.
Okay.
Derrick Henry's probably going to have 200 yards rushing.
I hope so.
You need to get on the Isaiah.
How did Detroit get stuffed? How did it happen?
Just A gap. They just put they filled the A gap. No, I think the Ravens will handle that better than the Lions did.
Okay.
Isaiah Likely, you need to get on that train right now.
Okay.
Because he's back and healthy. I know Mark Andrews has been kind of the talk of the town the last 2 weeks, but I think Isaiah Likely is now starting to emerge as a favorite target. So if you got him in your, if he's out there on fantasy, you might want to think about scooping him up.
I got him when he got 2 yards. I dropped him immediately. I couldn't.
Yeah, he had 60 yards last week on 3 catches. He's definitely the more explosive option as a tight end on this offense. So.
Okay. All right. Look, I hope you're right. That's all I got to say. I hope you're right.
Okay.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Pats at Bucks. Patriots, 2.5-point dogs on the road, 48-point total. You know my heart resides in Tampa now with Baker and the MVP race, so I didn't pick this game. Pats are better on paper, but I don't believe in the Pats. So I'd take the Bucks, but they're not in my top 5.
I'd take the over.
Yeah, okay. See that?
That's what I'm taking. Other than that, I have no idea. I could see either team winning this game.
I just think that, so apparently Drake May taking the second most sacks in the league this year, something like that, because he does hold the ball. He's going to get sacked a lot. Like the over on the sacks.
But he bombs it. He throws such a good deep ball. He's like one of the best deep ball throwers we've seen in 25 years. Yeah.
He holds it and chucks it. But the Patriots, offensively, I don't know how healthy the Bucs will be this week. It's not like they got Mike Evans back, but I don't think Bucky Irving's going to return.
No Godwin,
but who cares? Baker,
Abuka. Yeah.
What about Kate Otten? Anytime touchdown?
Oh. No.
No? Okay. You like your guy McMillan, though, or Tez, right?
Tez Johnson, yeah. From
Clemson?
Oregon.
There you go.
All right, next game. Here we go.
All right, here we go. These are 3 o'clock window. We've got Cardinals at the Seahawks. Everybody is kissing the Seahawks' teat right now. 6.5-point favorites at home, 45-point total. The Jacoby Brissett gets the start. Can he keep this game within a score? No?
Oh yeah, he can.
Yeah, I think he can too.
I've got Arizona. What do you mean?
Oh, I did. Okay, there I see.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I'm buying stock. I'm buying stock on Jacoby Brissett. They're definitely. I don't know if they're going to win, but by God, they're going to be close.
Yeah, let's hope they're winning.
They don't lose by more than 3 points. Like, have you not seen the Cardinals season?
They lose within a score every time. I know.
Every time.
They're usually winning in the fourth quarter. They've been winning in every single game of the season, but they've only won 3.
Yeah.
Look, they played better with Jacoby. I mean, I know we talked about Kyler, but he runs the offense. He gets rid of the football quick. Seattle's defense is pretty damn good. I'm a little concerned.
They're bad at home, though.
I know. But the last time they were at home, they did crush. I mean, it was Washington, right? Not Washington. They crushed them. Who did they crush at home 2 weeks ago?
Oh, the Saints.
Well, yeah, that was a while ago.
No, that was who you're thinking of. Because it was like 28-0, like 8.5 minutes into the game or something like that.
No, they played somebody just 2 weeks ago. And that was our handicap. It wasn't the Saints. The Saints was like week 3. Let's see. This is week 8. Seattle. I only had Ridgeway on the phone. Where are you, Seattle? Well, that was their bye week. Week 7. This is great.
This is awesome podcasting.
Well, who the hell did they play that week?
I'm telling you, you're thinking of the Saints game.
Well, the Texans. They beat the Texans at home.
Oh, yeah, that's right. On like a Monday night game. That's right. It was a doubleheader Monday night game. Yeah,
it was 27-19. It was technically within one score, but
they had 4 turnovers.
They had 4 turnovers, and they were really beating the hell out of the Texans. I mean,
yeah,
I hear you. Well, good luck to you, sir. Again,
the Cardinals. You're getting great value. Take them.
Yeah, it's good. Great value. I have this number exactly at 6.5, so I don't know what the value there. We have different systems of value, but let's see. Oh, no, I actually have it 7.5, so it's fine. Rams at 49ers. You're getting a better number. This is the one you got the better number. 4.5 now for the Rams on the road, 49.5-point total. You don't think there's any revenge factor? You like San Francisco again? That team can't rush the passer. You know that, right? They cannot rush the passer. Okay.
I completely agree. But he's the only coach that can consistently beat Sean McVay. So, and I'm getting more than a field goal. That's the only reason why I feel good about it. George Kittle can show up.
3.5, it was a solid pick. 4.5, I'm like, you're getting out of my range. That's my happy range. Obviously, McCaffrey had a monster game against them last time. And so did, what's his name, the receiver that came out of nowhere, Kendrick Bourne? Right?
Yeah.
So they're not getting anybody back.
George Kittle could finally make an appearance.
Yeah. Kittle's there. That's true. Kittle's there. So you like him plus the 4.5 at home, huh?
Yeah, I like the 4.5 at home. Yeah, and they have to win this game. They're scheduled there. I mean, to stay pace because I think the Rams have a little bit easier schedule down the stretch. But yeah, I just think if they're gonna hang around like they want to, I think they got to win this game. I think they have to sweep the Rams.
I don't see it happening, but again.
You didn't see it last time either, and that's why you got knocked out of Survivor.
Oh boy. Yeah. If he scores a touchdown, give me a break. He's at the 1 yard line. All right. Lions at Commanders.
Oh,
7.5 in the contest. I'm not sure why it's so low. It's 8.5 in the market. 49.5 point total. It is at the Commanders, but I think the Lions are going to crush them this time. I don't really see them stopping them, especially after last week's performance. The Lions are going to come back, and Washington's got one of the worst defenses in the league. So.
Yeah, I think Dan Campbell is officially I think he's 2-2. I think he's 2-2 or 2-2-1 maybe off a bye in his career. So we'll have to remember that for next year. Dan Campbell, not a bye guy. I don't know. So it makes me nervous.
How is he after a loss?
He's probably pretty good. So I guess I shouldn't feel as nervous for the Lions. But that'd be the only thing that would make me nervous is okay, what happened? But you're right. The defense is not – the Vikings defense and the Commanders defense are two totally different defenses, completely different spectrums there. So, yeah, I would feel good about the Lions here too.
I've heard the Commanders are getting Frankie Luvo back. Is he going to jump to the top of the pile 6 times in the game?
Can he keep up with Jahmyr Gibbs?
Doubtful. All right, Steelers at Chargers. This is the Sunday night game. The line right now in the market is 3 for the Chargers at home, 44.5 point total, but the contest line is 2.5. And I'll tell you why. It's going to be a Pittsburgh home game. So I know you like Pittsburgh. Makes sense. There's going to be more Steelers fans there than Chargers fans, so I'm not against your pick here.
Oh, that's the reason why? Do you think the crowd matter?
It doesn't always matter, but I think in this one it will.
I think it matters that Joe Alt is not playing. That's what matters.
Yeah, but didn't they trade
shit about the crowd?
They traded for another offensive line.
Yeah, and his name is not Joe Alt or Slater. So
yeah, the Steelers defense.
No, I just think but I think they have pass rushing. So at least they should be able to rush the passer. That's the one thing that the Steelers should be able to do is rush the passer. So
you did get TJ listened to us last week that I called him JJ and he got mad and he did get a strip sack fumble. So there you go.
There it is.
TJ Watt.
I like the Steelers. I like the good value there. I think the Chargers are going to be one-dimensional. They're not going to run the football. It's going to be all up to Herbert, and I just don't think that's a good formula for them.
Do you remember when you used to talk about Herbert and his Instagram girlfriend or fiance or wife or whatever, and how great he was playing? Didn't you bring that to the podcast?
He still is. He was at the Lakers game last week, I think.
Lovely
couple. Lovely couple.
Performance on the field. I mean, he's doing okay, I guess. Yeah,
when they're undefeated when Joe Alt plays.
Okay, Joe Alt is the handicap. Got it.
Yes, literally.
All right, Monday Night Football. Eagles at Packers. Packers are 2.5 point favorites. 44.5 point total. 7:15 Central. Look, my guy Tucker Kraft out for the year. Just light a candle. I was so sad. And obviously another in-game injury. I like the Eagles, man. I've been a Packers guy all year. I'm shocked this line is this high, even though metrically I understand why it's this high. The Eagles added 3 very good players in the trade, before the trade deadline. I'm not saying they're going to crush them, but this is when they're going to come and play. So you're giving me points for the Philly? I'll take it.
Yeah, completely agree. I think they'll be able to run the ball. I think they'll be able to control the line of scrimmage. Micah Parsons will not be able to do anything because there won't be much of a passer rush because they're just going to run it down their throat. And I think it's going to be a statement win for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Money line.
There it is. Yeah, love it.
There you go. We finally agree on one. Okay, so.
Yeah, that's not good. That means Luke Musgrave is going to go off. That's what that means.
Well, I do have him on the squad, but I decided, I don't know. I've got three tight ends on that squad. So I'm like, oh my God, am I going to play Loveland or Fannin or
yeah, just play flex. Yeah, play double tight end.
Well, we don't have flex in that league. It's like an old school bullshit league. So good job coming back up above 500, 23 and 22 with the 4-1 week. Tell the listeners who you're going to do better than me. So tell me your 5 picks.
Okay. I'll keep Chicago for now, -4.5. I'm going to take Baltimore -3.5, Pittsburgh +2.5, Arizona +6.5, and the San Francisco 49ers at +4.5.
Yeah, the dogs are barking over there. I'm, of course, not following you on some of these, but I do have the Bears on the card here. I like Carolina. You don't like them, I do. I like 5.5. I like Detroit 7.5 on the road. Talked about Philly 2.5. I like Buffalo 9.5 to lay the wood. As a 6th pick, of course, because I have to put Houston until they lose out every single week. +1.5 at all. All right, let's go. Survivor. There was not, it was funny because even though you had those big losses by the Colts and the Packers and the Lions, I didn't even mention the Packers getting beat. There were minimal knockouts. 280 people got knocked out because everybody took the Rams. And so 1,769 left. That's a little under 10% of the original pool. Art and Al are still alive, as well as my coworker Scott. So we'll see what happens. This is when the next 3 weeks kind of determine a lot with the double on Thanksgiving. So we'll see what happens. In the picks contest, started getting a little better. 35-10. Somebody had a really good end of the quarter to push that. And then the top 100 is 29-16. So there's a little bit more steam. That's 64.5%, like 70%. So that's more along traditional numbers. The old side action squad, 40%. 2 and 3 every week. Just 2 and 3. Steady ready. Stay where you are in the bottom, quarter of the contest. But this starts a new quarter. If we do well the next quarter, we'll make some money. So
nice.
As I said, I'm going to try to get the rating tomorrow. We'll see what happens if United sends me a message and I can get all mad. Other than that, I'm going to see my brother. Well, if I make it, I'll see the Proxies, my sister and my brother-in-law.
Nice.
A little hiking on Saturday, and then I will hit Stadium Swim on Sunday if I'm in town.
Nice. If you were there.
Good.
Nice. Yeah, they were going to the Ice Hogs game on Saturday, so they were going to Rockford.
So you just alternating?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, wherever they'll have us. I don't think the Wolves are playing at home this week, but it's completely different atmospheres too. Like Rockford is like 6,000 people, where Allstate Arena is like 40,000 people.
Is it that big?
I don't know if it's that big, but it's a lot. It's huge.
It's big.
It's 3 times the size, if not more, than Rockford. Yeah. So it's just different atmospheres. Like that place is rocking because you're like right on top of it. The crowd seems a little more involved. Yeah. It's different atmospheres. So plus it's a little bit newer. So though Chicago, the Wolves, they do feed us before the game, which is really nice. Unfortunately, Rockford doesn't. So.
What are we getting? A little Chinese pizza, or what are you saying?
No, it's like the first week it was. Last week it was chicken cordon bleu and like salad and some other things. And the first week they had like chili and hot dogs and something else. I can't remember. I don't think I ate it, but yeah, it's something. You know what I mean? It's not nothing, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Let's go. Yeah, baby, come on.
So yeah, they wine and dine us. So.
Talk well about us with that, the chili, or maybe get a corn dog in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so then, but other than that, nothing going on Sunday. Is that Saturday, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, that's Saturday, and Sunday I'll probably just chill. I mean, Saturday we do like the radio show and all that other jazz. So, nice. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll be thinking about you. I will do, if I get out there, I'll do a TikTok, a tick and a talk somehow. Yeah. You got a couple cocktail bars in mind for visiting this time that I haven't visited before, so we'll see. I will let you know next week if I make it. Okay. I'll just be, I guess I'll just live at Rivers. I'll be like those guys I see every time. I'm like, you're here every time I'm here. And they're like, you're here every time I'm here. I'm like, that's weird.
I think you guys would meet by now,
Yeah, exactly. You know, what are you going to do? So, all right, well, follow us at Side Action Pod on X, Side Action Podcast on Instagram. Follow me at Wegspo on X and on Instagram.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Dalton Cooper and on X at Mr. Grumpy Gills. Again, we are the Side Action Podcast. Make sure to check us out on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and give us a like and a follow wherever you go. See our beautiful faces on YouTube also. And until then, next week, we'll make it a date. Yeah, there it is.
Same bad channel.
Love you guys.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Side Action Podcast. We appreciate all of your listens, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you all again next week.
Side Action Podcast, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the show hosts or guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of this podcast, and opinions of the show hosts and guests may conflict. Individuals following the advice given on the podcast accept their own risk of loss, as the Side Action Podcast, its owners, hosts, associates, or guests will not guarantee any advice given. The opinions and advice given are for entertainment purposes only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Intro credit to OTMG the Vet, Old Me versus Young Me Part 2.